What's going on, guys? Shane here. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're all doing great. Today's going to be a really quick video. I just want to show you something new I just picked up. You guys know what it is. You saw it in the thumbnail. Thanks for clicking. But we're going to be checking out, it's a mouthful, so get ready, the Remington 870 Tac14 DM. Now, like I said, I just got this thing. I think it's been maybe 5 days. Haven't even shot it yet. Just want to get on camera, show it to you guys. Warn you of a build series that we're going to be doing with this thing to really improve this firearm. When those videos do go live, I'll make sure I'll put a card in the corner. Feel free to click on that and check it out. Alright guys, here's a close-up of the Remington 870 Tac14 DM. I just wanted to do a quick overview of this thing so you guys can kind of see what you get from the factory when you do buy or pick one of these things up. Starting at the front, we do have a single bead front sight. It sits atop a 14-inch long barrel. Down below that, we have a Magpul 4-in. Now this is M-LOK. You do have slots at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock on the other side. We do have dual action bars, which are really nice. Moving on back, we have your magazine release, the paddle here up front, which is really nice. You can easily grab it to pull your mags out. You have an attached magazine well, we'll call it. I will say that from the factory, you only get one magazine, which is really unfortunate because these online are $30 a piece. So a little spendy. It's a little unfortunate you only get one, but that's what you get. These do hold 6 rounds. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but they do hold 6, which is nice. Beats the 4 in the Tac14 model. Moving on up, we do have a solid steel receiver, which is really nice. We have a plastic trigger guard. Doesn't bother me. It bothers some, but I'm okay with it. You have the safety in the back of the trigger guard here, and you also have your bird's head grip, which is a synthetic material. The overall length of this thing is 26.3 inches, and it weighs in at roughly 6 pounds. I know when people see this firearm, there's two camps. There's one that think this is it's cool, it's fun, practical, and the second camp is that it's kind of a gimmick and unpractical. And I don't know if I disagree with the people in the impractical camp when it comes to this firearm and this configuration. Just do a little bit of a history lesson. You go back, I think a couple years, Remington and Mossberg, either at the same time or around the same time, released their firearms, the Remington 870 Tac14 and the Mossberg Shockwave. Now, those were both tube-fed, not magazine-fed. And when I saw those, I thought they were cool, but didn't really do much for me. I believe the magazine tube for the Tac14 was 4 rounds, 4 shells, and we all know the huge limitation, the main limitation with shotguns is reloading, how tedious and how slow it is. So for me, only having 4 rounds and then having to manually reload it just didn't make sense to me. Now, the Mossberg Shockwave did allow you to do the mini shells with the adapter, which did let you load many more shells than what the Tac14 did. Again, still didn't really impress me because I still had to deal with reloading that magazine tube. Then I think 6 months to a year later, Mossberg and Remington both released a magazine style firearm. The Tac14 DM and the Shockwave magazine, I'm not sure the exact model, what they call it, and that pinged my interest. Now I am skipping that tedious and manual reloading process of loading shells in the tube and going to a much faster, much quicker reloading process with a magazine. Plus, I believe with this magazine you get 5 shells in there, so you're already more than the standard Tac14 with the 4 in the tube. And hopefully when this build is all said and done, this is going to be the perfect home defense. I hate saying that because I know people hate shotgun for home defense, but it will be good for that. Home defense or truck gun. Now, to go back to the impractical part, again, this isn't really that practical. I did a ton of research, I watched a ton of videos on YouTube, and it seems like everyone had a blast with this thing. They all said they would buy it, they would keep it. A lot of people were just getting them sent to them to test. They really enjoyed it, it got the job done, but again, it wasn't very practical. You have big concern when you're using 12 gauge with the way you have to hold this thing out in front of you, that this thing, I saw tons of videos where the shotgun came out of the user's hands when they were firing, or there's a risk of it coming back and hitting you in the face, which obviously is not good. So the other way they were shooting it too was, 80 style from the hip, just, not really aiming, which isn't obviously practical for home defense or any firearm when you want to hit something. So again, they said it wasn't practical, but then you got to take in consideration SB Tactical is now selling braces for this firearm, and that changes the game for this thing. I originally saw this, and again, it pinged my interest, and then I saw Everyday Civilian on Instagram post a picture of Gearhead Works shotgun, this firearm, sorry, with their brace kit, and I was like, oh, I was in love. I gotta have it. I've always wanted a shorter barrel firearm with a brace and a magazine, fed firearm. So I picked this thing up, and that's what we're planning to do. We're going to get a SB Tactical SB A4 M4 brace for this thing. Now, some of you might be asking, why didn't I go with Mossberg over Remington? And you guys are, some of you are Mossberg fans, some of you are Remington fans. I don't really care. I've had Remington 870s. I own them. I like them, so I stuck with it. But the deciding factor came down to the location of the safety. Now, with the Remington 870 DM here, the safety is on the trigger guard here, on located back by the trigger, and the Mossberg is up on the top of the receiver. Now, if you plan on keeping the bird's head grip, then I think the Mossberg location is superior, because then you can quickly take it on and off safety over the Remington. But again, you can easily still get it from this grip here. However, if you plan on getting a kit of any kind where you do plan to install a pistol grip, that changes everything. Because now if you're grabbing this pistol grip, if you want to take a Mossberg off safety, you're going to have to break your fire control, come all the way up, flick it on somehow, then come back and grab it. And yeah, it's not that big. It's a big deal. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to keep it on safe, see something in the night, have to come up here, come back. Just, it's not something I'd want to do. So with the Remington 870, you have the safety down here. I can quickly just take my hands, kind of like a AR-15, and quickly take it on and off safe. So I do think in that instance, the Remington 870 Tac14 DM is the better choice if you plan on doing that. And I think that's something that anyone who owns this firearm should do. Now, this is a firearm. This isn't a shotgun. This isn't a short-barreled shotgun. This isn't a pistol. The reason this isn't a pistol is because it's over 26 inches in length, and it's considered a firearm because of a bunch of weird legal mumbo jumbo that I don't know and don't want to get into. Now, it is completely legal to put the SB Tactical kit on your firearm. I reached out to SB Tactical as soon as I got this, and they informed me that it is completely legal to do so. I even talked to other people in the industry who said as well that it was legal to do so. I should preface, guys, I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Take it for what it is. You guys can do your own research, talk to people or lawyers that you trust, and decide what you want to do yourself. Not legal advice. But they did assure me that it is legal to do so. I've seen other people do it that I trust, like Gearhead Works, so I'm sure it's okay to do so. Again, do your own research. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do, because I want this thing to be up and running and practical as soon as I can. So we have the SB Tactical brace inbound. When that video does go live, show you guys what it looks like. I'll put a card in the corner. Feel free to check that out as well. But we have other parts in mind for the future too. We're kind of going to go with a little bit more hardcore version of this with the parts. We got a Tyrant Designs grip and future Strike Industries forend, and we'll do videos as those parts show up. The Strike Industries forend isn't even out yet, so they've assured me they'll send me one when it does become available. So when those videos go live, again, check the card in the corner. I will say my one real big disappointment with this Tac14 DM from Remington is that they didn't drill and tap the top of the receiver to accept accessories, but more importantly, a pick rail. My dream is to get all those parts on here, install a Picatinny rail on top, and then run a, I don't know, Holliston mini red dot with that adjustable reticle on there. But I can't do that. Now I have to go see a legit gunsmith to drill and tap this, because I'm surely not going to be doing that myself. But I'm called out to people around me to see if there is someone that can do that for me, and that's going to be something that's definitely going to get done in the future. But yeah, guys, that's about it. I hope I covered everything. I'm really excited to get this project started. If you guys found this video informative, feel free to give it a like. If you guys haven't, feel free to subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Yeah, guys, that's about it. Take care. Stay safe. Good seeing you. Bye-bye.